for bait today. We're gonna try that, and then we might try some more squid later. But for now, we're gonna get this here worm put on the hook there, and we're gonna start out by trying to catch a sturgeon on a worm here this morning instead of squid. So they've already got a fish on down there, it looks like. Oh yeah, they already got a fish on, it looks like. Down there off the pier. We may move down there. Who knows? So we're just gonna thread this worm on here just like this. Nice, healthy, huge worm. We're gonna put a whole worm on there, a whole night crawler on there this morning. And we're gonna try that out. No cheating the fish out of food this morning. A whole night crawler this morning, y'all. Just a whole worm. Sometimes simplicity is all it takes for catching sturgeon. Sometimes it's just as simple as using a big old piece of night crawler instead of using fancy stuff like squid. We can try using a big old chunk of night crawler. The worst thing that could happen is we're not catching nothing. You know, that's a big hook to be trying to put through a worm, but that's okay. We'll get him put on there, and we'll get him thrown out there. All right, whole night crawler this morning, y'all. We're gonna try that out. Being that the squid didn't work as great as we would have liked it to yesterday, we'll go ahead and try a worm this morning. Hopefully that's gonna get bit, and we're gonna catch fish off of it. So we'll go ahead and give that a go during this live stream edition of Gman Fishing. All right, night crawler going out there. Good cast to start us off. I don't know if you guys seen that hit the water. Probably not, because I had too far over. We'll try night crawler for a little bit. See if that gets bit. If not, then we'll go back to using some squid or something. Most likely squid, because that's all we got. Worms and squid. Squid and worms. Squidward fancy pants. All right, Squidward not out there. We got the night crawler. What's up? Outdoors with y'all. How you doing today? Good morning, good morning. We got started a little bit later than 7 o'clock, but not much more. We're out here trying to catch a beautiful fish. Again, our last day here. Mine is going good. Had some good breakfast. Now we're out here trying to get another fish for you guys. I think we'll be able to do that. Even if it's not the desired fish, like a sturgeon, because we've got a worm on there, we're liable to catch just about anything at this point now. So that little, great big old night crawler out there waiting to catch a big one. A big one. I think we'll go ahead and move on the other side of the fence. That way when it hits or whatever, we don't have to fumble with the phone trying to get over there and everything. That way it's already over there, and we can just, when we're reeling in and stuff, and we can just angle the... Yeah, the bass are definitely biting, that's for sure. I mean, I've caught some absolute monsters already this year. So, I could be bass fishing today here, but I'm not here for bass. I'm here for a beautiful prehistoric fish, as usual. So, and I think we'll just do kind of like what we did last night, and that's just keep you guys on this side. And, let you guys keep an eye on that rod while I talk to you guys or whatever. See? There you guys go. We're fishing. Hopefully we're going to do better than we did yesterday. I mean, yesterday was a good day, but we just didn't catch nearly as many fish as I was hoping we'd catch. Last few trips I've been out here hasn't been like great. So, yeah, a lot of people like them. They're pretty mild flavor. That's why they like them. Some people call them poor man's lobster. But to me, lobster tastes worse than sturgeon does. Lobsters tend to taste a little too much like dirt, which is what they live in on the bottom of the ocean. So, boy, another warm day. Wow, they were gonna fish right down there. Maybe you guys can see the little wakes it made. Well, not little, it was pretty good wakes. But hopefully we're gonna get some more fish today. I don't know. It's kind of one of those things, you know. If I didn't have the grandbaby and my daughter, I could go chasing fish, you know. Because I've got other places to fish. It's just that this is where we're at, you know. So that's why we're here. Because oh, I got to put out that short video for today. It is very beautiful out here. I mean, look at that scenery. You got the beautiful Columbia River. You got the sun is shining. Oh, it's just gorgeous today. Water's like glass. For sure. But I don't know if we're gonna get on a bite or not. I should have been here at first light, but it just didn't work out that way. It's Sunday. People are probably getting up, getting ready to go to church. They probably ain't gonna be watching YouTube, but that's okay. I told everybody I'd be on this morning. That's all. I'm live this morning. I'm sure other people are live this morning too. Probably doing a better job of catching fish than I am, but that's okay. Man, I've had two really beautiful days out here on the Columbia River. They have dead clear wind, clear skies with no wind and stuff. I mean, that's just not very common here on the Columbia River. Yeah, top water is pretty good stuff for hybrids, for sure, and bass. I don't do enough top water fishing, to be honest with you guys. I do it from time to time, I just don't do it enough. I've got plenty of places I could do it in my area in Central Oregon. I just don't do it enough. Because we got Pine Res, we got Ochco Res, we got Lake Semtuscus, we got Lake Billy. All places like I could be throwing top water, but just haven't done it enough. Talk about an absolutely gorgeous day. Next weekend, our 6-year anniversary of being on YouTube, y'all. That ought to be fun. Hey, what's going up, Skeeter? Cheers, yeah. Should be an exciting weekend next weekend. Thank you for liking, y'all. Make sure you comment and subscribe. I'm dropping a nice little short sometime today. I should have done that before I went live, but then you guys wouldn't be watching me live. You guys would be watching my short. Or you guys wouldn't be watching the short and you'd be watching me live, whichever be the case. I got a really nice... Still camping number 9, huh? Yeah, this video I'm gonna drop, the short I'm gonna drop this morning or sometime today is gonna be quite the little short. Yep. There we go. Yep. Yep. He's on there. He's on there. He's on there. He's on there. Fish on. Fish on. Yep. Fish on. Yeah. Fish on. Fish on. Yeah. Fish on. Woo-hoo, that didn't take long. We've only been out there a few minutes. Oh, turn that clicker off. Now we got to move our camera. Move our camera to where you guys can see me go down there and land this fish. Land this fish and see the fish. Alright, I think you guys will be able to see me just fine right there. But we got a fish on. Feels like a nice little fish. Anyways, fish on the night crawler, y'all. On the night crawler. On the night crawler, y'all. Fish on. Fish on. He wants to get all big once you get him close to the shore. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Y'all, check that out. Fish on. Now I gotta go down there and get him. You guys ain't gonna be able to hear me while I'm down there. But I can't go down there with the camera and the rod and everything, so. Yeah, I don't know how well you guys saw that, but I tried to stay in the view of the camera for you guys. But let's go. But anywho, just to show you guys what I was using when I caught that fish. Hopefully you guys seen that fish, because I had to go way down there just to land that fish. Just a night crawler on a size 4-aught hook. So hopefully you guys seen that. I don't know if you guys did, but I'm hoping so. All right, well, let's get back out there and see if we can't get another one. Y'all, thanks for joining us this morning. See if we can't get another fish, y'all. Thanks for liking, you guys. We successfully caught another sturgeon, y'all. Just had to switch up tactics a little bit, use a little bit different bait. It looks like they got another fish out down there. They're down there, and I don't know what they're using, but they're ripping lips over there. All right, let's set this rod back up so you guys can keep an eye on it for me. Or I can keep an eye on it. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about by them guys over there. Okay, see those guys over there? They're ripping some lips over there. What are they? Kind of lips they're ripping? I don't know. I just know they're ripping lips, y'all. So, back to our extravaganza here. There we go. Whew. Third sturgeon of the trip. All right. Hopefully we're going to get some more today. I can't complain. Got 3 sturgeon this whole trip. I should start recording because that'll help me with some of my making some videos if I'm recording. I've only got an hour and 56 minutes left on this card. But that's okay. That's almost 2 hours worth of recording. What they got? What they got? What they got? I have no clue. But yeah. Oh yeah? Well, you missed out on the first fish of the day then. Caught it on a night crawler. You're just sitting down. Hi there. Oh, okay. Nice. Could you guys see it from where I left the camera at? That's what I want to know. Could you guys see that fish? Oh man, you want to know? It sure is a fun thing being able to share my days with you guys. I don't get to live stream a lot. You know, I try to live stream twice a week. We're usually on whatever day during the week I go before work, and usually on Saturdays usually when I try to live stream. Yep, there we go. There we go. There's another fish. Did he stick with it? There's one little bump. You know, there might be something to this worm fishing today. We'll give it another 5 minutes, and if it don't bump again, we'll reel it in and check our worm. Let's make sure it's still there. Maybe we should have been using worms yesterday. Might have got more bumps. Sometimes that's all it takes is a simple thing is a worm. I could downsize my gear and everything and fish that way. But you never know if you're gonna catch a big one or a small one. That's why you see me using such a big duty rod, because with me using that 30-pound test instead of 50 or 80 or 100-pound test on some of these great big old fish, I can play them out a little bit better and maybe not lose a 9-foot fish. When my brother caught his 9-foot fish, it was on a 30-pound test. Took him a long time to land it, but if it wasn't for that longer rod having so much bend in it, that fish might have just been gone. Would have never saw it. Here goes the barge. Say good morning, Mr. Barge. They got another one on. I wonder what they're using for bait, because they're ripping some serious lips over there. Ripping some serious lips. Hi, Mr. Barge. He's got a big old smiley face on both sides of it. Hello. Zoom me in so maybe you guys can see that smiley face. See? Later, Mr. Barge. We're gonna give it about 3 more minutes, and then we'll pull that in and check the bait, because we did have a good bump there. Might have stowed my nut crawler. All right, he's gone. We're gonna go ahead and put you guys back on us and the rod so you guys can tell me if I get a bite or not. So what we're doing is a 30-pound main line, 30-pound leader, and a 15-pound weight line for break off or whatever be the case. We don't want to. We don't want to get that hook or the weight hung up on there and the fish come up and bite it and not be able to swim off. Because that's what happens when you lose your gear in the bottom of the river. I'm sure of fish come up, swallows it, and then they can't swim away. That's not cool, so we don't want that to happen. They got another fish on out there. They're just ripping lips. Maybe I need to go see what they're using. Maybe I can rip more lips too. Haha. But they're just sitting over there ripping some lips over there. Yeah, they're fighting them like crazy over there. So far, I would say the bite's been pretty dank. I don't even know what they're fishing for. I'm assuming it's sturgeon with the size rods they're using. I couldn't tell you for sure or not. Yep, they're sturgeons. I've seen them pulling 2 sturgeons so far. All right, well, we're gonna pull in and check our bait, y'all, because we did get another nibble. We'll go ahead and check it because we want to be fishing, not just we want to be catching, not just fishing. See what I'm saying? So when we get a bite, let us set a couple more minutes. If nothing else, then reel in and rebait up. So, and maybe redo the bait line, the weight line, because we may have to keep it from breaking off. All right, well, let's get. Hey, Wyatt, how's it going? We've got one fish already this morning. We got it on a night crawler. We're getting ready to put on a new one. Throw it back out there. I did think about Xing this whole sturgeon thing and just fishing for whatever bites, but that wouldn't be typical me. Especially when I'm fishing for a specific species of fish. I generally axe my plans. See, all we're doing is, this morning we're going old school, using some night crawlers, and that's how we caught the fish we caught this morning. And we're using a whole one. We're not just using part of one. We're using a whole night crawler. Check out this nice new cooler bag I got. Backpack, man, that's pretty cool. Put my worms in there, ice in there, fish in there, whatever. It's pretty nice. All right, put a new night crawler on there. I'm gonna toss it out there. Just the old school approach of fishing, y'all. Just the old school approach of fishing. Just a simple night crawler out there on the bottom. That's all we're doing to get it done. I think I'll redo my weight line just because I don't want it. I don't want to throw off my. I don't want to throw off my weight. Just sturgeon. Nice piece of night crawler is what got it done this morning. Nice piece of night crawler. See? Big old chunk. I'll give you a better look after I'm done redoing my weight line, because I don't want to try to cast and then my weight goes flying off, because what happens is the weight rubs up against the rocks and stuff down there, and it weakens my line. And when I go to cast the weight out there, I'll break it off. don't want that to happen. We want to keep our weight intact instead of losing weight all day long. We lost a few of them yesterday, a few of our weights yesterday. And so, trying to keep from losing so many weights, we're retying our weight line quite frequently. Hi, how you doing? Tegan J. I think that's how you say that. All right. There's that big old chunk of night crawler going back out. Whole night crawler on a size 4/0 hook. Going out there after some prehistoric fish, y'all. Oh. Sorry, you guys. You guys went on the water. My bad. All right, we're on the bottom. We're fishing now. Basically what we're doing is we're trying to tighten up that line and set our rod back over on the other side and then wait until it goes dunk, dunk, dunk. And we'll reel in the fish, hopefully. All right. Back to fishing, y'all. I've already seen a few fish jumping this morning. Now you would ask why I would spend so much time sturgeon fishing after having such a slow day yesterday. Well, you never know when the bite's going to pick up, and you never know when you're going to have one of them days where you're just catching fish left and right. I've had those days where we're catching multiple 40-inch sturgeon. Not giants by any means, but really beautiful fish. Sometimes all it takes is a night crawler on the bottom. Sometimes it takes a piece of squid, sometimes it takes fresh bait. You just never know. So that's pretty much why we dedicate so much time to it. That's very true. That's very true. It's like they come in schools and then they leave in schools. What up, Ron? You missed the fish this morning, or were you on while I caught that fish this morning? Did you see the nice decoy I caught? I hope so, Ron. These guys down here on the pier, or the dock, they've been ripping some lips this morning. This morning I decided to go a little old school and throw night crawlers out there for these fish instead of squid. So far it's paid off. But the squid paid off too, because I caught a couple fish on it. I'm hoping the night crawlers are going to get us more bites and more landed fish today. But if we throw out there and we're just sitting all day and not catching nothing, then we would have been better off just using squid. What's that saying? No bad days, no bad days. You know what would be cool is if I caught a 5 or a 6 foot sturgeon on that night crawler there for you guys. That would be so sweet. You just never know. You never know. All orange or all yellow, huh? Wow. The only fish that I've ever seen that was all orange is a goldfish. Really? Huh. Unless, of course, it's a goldfish, right? Because they're orange, right? Carp are kind of an orangish brown, aren't they? I think so. Uh, Yellow bullheads are kind of a yellowish brown, I think, or green. No, night crawlers work all the time. Well, maybe not all the time, but they work regularly anyways. I'll tell you what, if there's one bait you could pick to use for the rest of your life, you might want to pick a night crawler. Because they may save your bacon if you ever have to live off a fish. Of course, then again, they may not save your bacon. I've seen days where fish just don't want a worm. But I can almost guarantee you're going to catch fish on them regularly. Even if it's not every day, you're going to. So, if you ever, what's your one bait you couldn't live without? I got to ask you that. What is your one bait you cannot live without? That doesn't surprise me. Them pike are predatory fish for sure. I want to know, y'all. I really, really want to know. What is your guys' one bait you can live without? Can't live without? Well, I'm talking bait, not dynamite. Sorry. Let's get back to the question. Bait, not dynamite. Dynamite works, but that's the wrong kind of bait there. But something that fish will actually eat. I don't think a fish is going to eat dynamite. Of course, I could be wrong too. But there's a bite. There's a bite. There's a bite. There's a bite. Yeah. Is he on? Is he on? I think he might be there. I think he might be there. I think he might be there. All right. I think he might be there. I think he might be there. I missed him. I missed him. Live shrimp, good choice. Good choice. Good choice. Shrimp is a good bait for sure. Shrimp is always a good choice. We're at the Columbia River. I'm originally from Missouri, but I'm out of Warm Springs, Oregon right now. Been spending my days in Oregon. Yep, worm's gone. Worm's gone, y'all. Gotta get a new one on there and get it back out there. Yeah, I'm originally from Missouri. Been out in Oregon for quite some time. Anyways, my question is, what's the one bait you can't live without? We've gotten a shrimp answer so far. All right, let's get another worm on there. And we are not being, yeah, minnow's another great choice. Another great choice. Yeah, fish stew is still bait, that's for sure. We may go through a dozen worms if we keep getting bites like that. But there ain't nothing wrong with going through bait if you're getting bites and catching a fish once in a while, right? Y'all? These night crawlers, they don't like being stuck with a hook, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to be stuck by a hook either. All right, worm number 3 going out. You know, Trying to drop my bait rag on the thing there. Oh, I don't know. I can cast pretty far though. I don't know how far I would say that it was. Got all these cheap grasses and stuff in my bait rag, y'all. I shouldn't have just threw it on the ground like that. Oh well, I guess that's why they invented a washing machine, to get all your cheat grass out of it, I guess, right? All right, we're going back out. Okay, let's turn you guys there so maybe you guys can see me cast, see where I land. Maybe you guys can predict how far I can cast with this rod. Because I can cast pretty far. That's one thing about having one of these big old surf rods for sturgeon fishing. You can cast them weights up far away. Far away. I know you guys seen that because I could see it on the screen. All right, we're fishing. We are fishing. Now I gotta pick all the cheat grass and stuff out of my rag here. Make it easier on my wash machine. Ryan Jinx Wilson, hi, how you doing? Glad you could join us this morning. This is our last day here on the Columbia River, and then we're going back to Central Oregon. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing it's probably that. I'm guessing it's probably 100 yards. Got a 6-ounce weight on there. I'm sure some people can cast it further than that. I probably could if I put a lot to it, but you know, I'm not trying to put a whole heck of a lot to it. So I'm just trying to get it out there. Doesn't matter if I go 100 yards or 50 feet as long as it's in the water, I reckon. Where the fish will be biting. They're gonna bite. They're not gonna bite if you're not in the water. So. Wife's probably still sleeping. She probably still snoozing like a big old baby. Why, she ain't said nothing on the live stream. David, night colors, then crawdads, tails, and then Polskins, balls of fire. Potskis. Oh, Potsky. Oh, okay. Yeah, Potsky fire eggs work pretty good. So do the Berkeley power eggs, though. They work pretty good. Potsky fireworms work pretty good, too. I've gotten some nice fish off the Potsky fireworms. The yellow ones. Flies always work great, too, for fishing. Whether you're fishing... They really catch just about everything fishing, because you can mimic just about every kind of bait in the water with flies. So, I mean, if you're a fly fisherman, I imagine, you know, flies would be your go-to thing if you're going to pick one bait to fish with for the rest of your life, you know. Or the one bait you could live without, can't live without. I mean, there's so many baits I would rather not live without. So, but if I had to pick one that, and I feel like I could do good with the rest of my life, it'd be a fly, because I can mimic just about anything swimming. And yeah, fish would get wise to it, but you could always find a new area to fish. So, and then let the fish calm down to it, let them get unfamiliar with it, and then start fishing again. Four hours away? Wow. Where's the Black Hills at? It's got to be in South Dakota, right? Yeah, Rapid City, yeah. We're only going to fish till about 10 today, 10:30. Because I gotta go pick up my daughter and grandbaby from our room, and then she needs to go shopping and get some stuff for the grandbaby. Before we head back to Warm Springs. What's your one bait for sturgeon fishing for you guys that are sturgeon fishermen? What's the one bait you guys would choose to fish for sturgeon? Now I'll be honest with you. Squid's not my first choice. Night crawlers are close. You see, night crawlers and squid are a close second and third to my number one bait for sturgeon fishing. But the thing is that I'd rather be fishing for fish that I want to fish for instead of fishing for bait. So that's why I don't have any bait, and I should have went fishing for bait before I came out here. Like the day before. I wish they would allow stores to carry this bait, and only if it's fresh. But they won't. Frozen bait works, yeah, but not as good as the one bait I'm thinking of. Steelhead season's open all year, but I haven't been able to find them unless it's the fall time. I don't really focus on steelhead until the fall. So, and that's usually the middle of September to the end of the year is when I usually fish for steelhead. But it's open all year. Like further down on the river, you can start catching them in late July, early August on the D shoots. But that's further downriver. That's not in my neck of the woods where I usually fish on the D shoots. So I'm always looking forward to that. But I still got months to wait for that. I still got like 4 months to wait until the fish get to where I'm at on the D shoots. So and that's why I spend all this time fishing for other fish. Of course, if I fish for steelhead all the time, then I wouldn't be giving you guys variety. And people like variety in general, because variety is just the spice of life. If you guys ask me, variety is just that spice of life. 1 worm, 2 eels, 3 shad. Ha ha! Ha ha! I like your answer. All right, for sturgeon fishing, my number one is fresh cut bait. Whether it be shad, whether it be pike minnow, aka the squawfish. My favorite seafood. Oh wow. I would have to say if it's salt water, it's got to be shrimp. If it's salt water, but fresh water, it's a tie between catfish and crappie, and not bullhead catfish. It's got to be the. Oh, I love eel too. Oh God, yummy. I like me some eel. That's delicious. Woo-wee. Hey, my rag's looking better and better all the time. Oh, you guys could be watching the rod for me. I'm messing with my. Yeah, there. I want you guys to let me know when I get a bite. Yeah. Those work for trout for sure. But yeah, if I'm gonna eat salt water, it's probably the shrimp. And in fresh water, it's got to be a tie between a crappie and a catfish because I just love to eat them. As far as catching goes, you know, people might laugh at me for this one, but I love to catch a feisty little bluegill with all that attitude. I mean, have you guys ever caught a bluegill? Have you ever seen the attitude that's going on in that face they got? I mean, those things have attitude. You think women have attitude in their face? Whee! Bluegill's got some attitude. How you doing? Yeah, rainbow trout tastes pretty good too, that's for sure. For sure. There's just all kinds of things, you know. Well, we started out good, getting bite after bite with the night crawler. Well, it wasn't exactly bite after bite, but we were getting multiple bites anyways. Now it's just like, they seem to not want to bite right now. That's all right. They're gonna bite. They're gonna bite. We gotta have faith. They're gonna bite. Reminds me. Really? Nice. I guess. But my number one fish in Oregon, if they didn't have bluegill for catching, would be the steelhead, because they fight. They're just an amazing fight. They get acrobatic on you. Pound for pound, they just are ferocious fighters. So, yeah, I mean, my favorite fish to look at, though, would be the sturgeon, because they're the most unique and pretty fish I think I've ever seen. There's a bite. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a bite. 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 And he's on there. Yep, he's on there. Fish on. Turn that clicker off so it don't drive me crazy. But we got a fish on. Second fish of the day, y'all. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah. Let's get it, y'all. Yeah. It's not a monster, but hey, I gotta make it sound good anyway. Yeah, yes sir. Thanks for joining us on this morning of sturgeon fishing, second one of the day. Made a bait switch, and we got these angle worms, night crawlers to the rescue. Do-do-do-do-do. Put that on the river, and we're gonna angle it down, and hopefully we're gonna land that fish in the zone to where you guys can see it while I'm down there, because I'm my own camera guy. Oh yeah, beautiful little sturgeon. Yeah. All right, he's up on the bank. I'm gonna go get him and then show him from down there, and then I'll release him. Y'all, I'll be right back. All right, there you guys go. Another fish on the live stream. Little night crawler switch to for the woohoo. Little night crawler switch for you guys, making all the difference this morning. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Whew. Get some warm on there. Just using a just using a beautiful night crawler. Went from using squid to using night crawlers, y'all. Just a little switcheroo, making all the difference this morning. Of course, who knows? Who knows? Maybe squid would have worked this morning, you know. But I just was like, you know, I want to see if a night crawler make a difference, and so far, you know, I feel like it has made a difference. A little bit windy this morning, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. All right, y'all, night crawler going back out. Check that leader. I'm gonna have to switch that leader at some time, I feel like. It feels like it's getting a little bit afraid, so we're gonna have to switch that leader, I think, at some time. All right, we're going back out. We're gonna aim for that boat. We're not gonna get that close to it, but that's where we're aiming for. Anyways, over the shoulder and out. Oops. There went the weight. I felt the weight line to make sure that it was okay, and I threw off half my worm. No. Oh, well, that gives me a good chance to retie anyways. I'll be able to retie both the weight line and the hook line, because I feel like it needs to be done. I'm just trying to get greedy and not do it. Okay, I'll show you guys how we're gonna tie up this hook here. I think I might have showed you guys yesterday, but I'll show you guys again. I don't like throwing my weights off like that when I'm casting, but it gives me a chance to show you guys. So cut that leader. Cut the weight line. Make sure you don't leave it just laying around. Make sure you throw it away. Okay, there's that and there's that. Now we got to cut off the hook from the leader so we can retie another leader. Which the best way to do that is to use your knife instead of the scissor part of your tools. So we're just going to cut that line, and we're going to see that trash can over there. We got a trash can right over here. See, right over there. We're going to take this stuff. throw it away. Okay, so we got 30-pound Power Pro, our beeline, I mean, and then we got our 4/0 hook we've been using. Don't need a very long leader. And then we're going to use the same egg sac knot we used yesterday to tie on. We're going to use it right here again because that's what we do. And that's if we decide to use shrimp or cut bait again, you know, we can do it like that. So, because it makes it to where you can make a loop and then attach it where it won't come off. And we're going to wrap it about 6-7 times. 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I said, 6 or 7 times. It's not, don't have to be exactly 7. It don't have to be exactly 6. As long as it hold. That's all you want, is you want it to hold. Yeah, I'm cutting my hand on sturgeon. See, good solid knot. It's not gonna slip, but cool thing about that knot, they call it an egg sac knot or a snell knot, as you can slide it up and down your shank of your hook and make a loop for like your cut bait or your squid, and then that helps keep it on your hook without losing it. So that's a good, or eggs if you're fishing for salmon, and then you just pull it tight after you get your bait in there. But we're using worms this morning, so we don't really need that knot. It's better for setting the hook too. Instead of setting it and it going here and then pulling it like this, instead it's going to pull it and it's going to rotate like this. See, when you pull, it rotates like that. See? And that's a good solid knot for certain kinds of bait, you see. And then we're just gonna do a simple cinch knot as usual to the swivel. I like just a simple cinch knot. It does the job 99% of the time. 99% of the time. But yeah, I've cut my hands on sturgeon several times, and then you got a good solid line there. Wind's picked up a little bit, but that's okay. Oh, that's okay. Wind can pick up. I don't mind. Okay, now we're gonna get our break off line for our weight, and that's gonna be 15-pound P line. Is what we're doing, and we're gonna use kind of a long dropper because I kind of like my bait more up off the bottom than on the bottom. I mean, I'm sure that if you put it right on the bottom, it makes it easier. I'm sure it makes it easier for the fish to get it, but for some reason I like it a little bit more up off the bottom instead of on the bottom, so that's why I do that. And then really with the weight break off line, you really don't need any fancy knot for it. Really, I mean, it's designed to where if you get hung up, you break the weight off and you don't lose your riggings. Basically, what it boils down to. That's pretty much what it's designed for. Get us another 6-ounce weight here. And And we're just gonna make a loop here on the weight line here. See? Just make us a loop here. And then we're gonna thread this through, wrap around. That's all it is for the weight. And then we get us another night crawler and we're back to fishing. Back to fishing. Ooh. The goal for this weekend was to catch a fish longer than my grandbaby. I don't know if we're going to do that. I don't know if that's going to happen. To be totally honest with you guys. And being that she's not here for me to measure the fish up to, it'd be kind of hard to know for sure. Now we're going to thread another worm on there. You almost got him on there. Almost. Yeah, there we go. He's on there now. They like to fight when you're trying to put them on a 4-aught hook. Preferably with a worm. I don't like using a 4-aught hook. The only reason why we're using a big hook is because we're fishing for a bigger fish. Hopefully. You know. But 4-aughts aren't my go-to hook for a worm, night crawler. Okay, there you go. All set up, ready to go. Back out there, y'all. Put you guys back out there on the beautiful river. We're gonna aim for that boat again this time, hopefully without the whoops. Hopefully without the whoops. All right, we're going out. Not quite as far as the last time, but hey, we'll take it. I'm not too picky. We just wanted out there to where the fish are. And the fish seem to be right there where we're casting at, because we keep getting bites there. We keep getting bites there. So, put it back in out there in the general area. Thank you guys for joining us this morning. We are enjoying our live stream. We've caught 2 fish so far, had multiple bites. Yeah. Thinking I might have to go get my sunglasses. They got a fish on again, it looks like. Down there. I didn't even come close to hitting the boat, sorry. I think you're being a little bit funny there, Ron. Did you see that decoy I caught? It was a pretty fish, for sure. Small fish, but pretty. Oh, come on, Ron. Don't go there. I know you was watching during that decoy scene right there. I know you was watching. But yeah, this is just fun. Sharing my day with you guys. Last day here, catching some fish, making a video, because I am recording this time during a live stream. Because then when I put this video out, it'll be I'll be able to have a better look for you guys to see it. Do I? Don't look like it. But thanks for keeping an eye out. That could just be the wind. Because it is a little windy today. Yeah, it might just be the wind you see there. You was on the road. On the road again. I just can't wait to get back on the road again. Is that what you mean? Sorry, I didn't mean to break y'all's eardrums. Yeah, that's one thing about fishing for oh, floating. Oh, cool. That should be a cool decoy. For sure, Ron. Ah. It's a beautiful morning. Yeah. I'm just excited to be here. Yes, sir. I am. Aaron, what bait? Using night crawlers right now. We were using squid yesterday. Today we're using night crawlers because the squid just didn't work out as well as I hoped it would. So today I just thought, well, why not use some night crawlers and see if that works better. So that's what we decided to do. So we got the night crawlers on and we're fishing. Trust me, I'd like to have some fresh cut bait like shad or pike minnow. That would be really nice to have, because then I'd really be fishing for a big fish. To me, the big fish like that fresh bait better. I've had more luck off of fresh bait for big fish. Anything over 6 feet and longer, fresh bait. Although I'm sure you catch some big ones on the pickled baits too, like the herring. Well, even not pickled herring, just regular herring probably works pretty good. Yeah, generally that's what happens when it's a little bit windy. But you know, I'll be happy with the wind as long as it keeps it cooler than it was yesterday. Because yesterday, man, the heat, it was toasty out here yesterday. It was toasty. So thank you guys for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I appreciate that, you guys. Thank you for joining us today. Basically, you see, you guys are watching the rod, I'm watching the line. If the line does something different, the funniest to catch? I don't know if I've heard of a funny fish. Funniest fish to catch, huh? Good question. What do you find the funniest fish to catch? Well, I'm thinking about it. What do you find the funniest fish to catch? I know what the funnest fish to catch is the bluegill. The bluegill. They're the funnest of the fun. When they're biting, it's like fun. The decoys are the funniest, as Ron would say. Yep, the decoys. Basically, what Ron means is all fish are the funniest. He just likes to call them decoys. Ron, he's a blast. He's truly a blast. Guys. Come on. See if we can't get another fish. But yeah, you know, all fish are loved by me, you know. I just kind of enjoy the big ones and the little ones. Garrett Wilson, what's up? Panfish are for man fish. Panfish are for man fish. Panfish are a good fish. I love panfish. Some bluegills, some crappies. They're some of the best to eat too, than panfish. When I was growing up, we used to catch them pumpkin seed, green sunfish, yellow or red breast sunfish. Of course, we all just called all the sunfish. We always just called them perch. That's what we knew them as growing up, as perch. We didn't know them as bluegills and green sunfish and all that. We only knew them as a perch. Where I'm from, we just call them perch. If it's from the sunfish family, like a bluegill or, you know, one of those things, we just call them perch. That's what they were, is a perch. They're just different style, different kinds of perch. Yeah, doubling up is always fun. That's true. That is so true. Doubling up is awesome. Yep, simplicity is the best sometimes, for sure. Unfortunately, when you're like me and you gotta watch what you eat, simplicity just don't work all the time. So, you know, health just isn't what it should be, you know. And so I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So hopefully we're gonna get to where we need to get to. You know, I just hope that we're able to do that. Just gotta stick to it, work hard, and we'll get there. For sure. Yeah. I shouldn't be tired. I got a good night's sleep last night. But whatever, it is what it is. I don't see anybody out there in that boat ripping any lips this morning. I wouldn't mind having a boat, but that seems like a mighty big boat. I guess you might need a big boat like that on the Columbia River, especially if you get into one of them big sturgeon, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm always fishing from the bank when I'm on the Columbia River. I want to bring my kayak out here, but the wife keeps saying, no. She keeps saying, you're not doing that. So that's why I'm not taking the kayak out yet. That's the key word, yet. Trust me. I got 2 reels that's gonna work out nicely on the kayak for fishing for sturgeon. Well, I don't think it's that they don't want you to have fun. They just don't want you to kill yourself. You know? You see, the wife was there at at Lake Billy when I rolled my kayak last year, and she was so scared. So scared. When I rode my kayak last year, I had my life jacket on. I wasn't going to sink. I was not going to drown. But she felt like I was going to drown even with my life jacket on. So there you go. Water safety. Life jacket on when you're in the water on a kayak. especially if you're too far out. That life jacket may very well save your life. I can swim. I know how to swim. So I wasn't worried about drowning. But for the fact that my wife loves me so much and it scared her so much, you know, she's just afraid that I'm gonna do something stupid. Yeah, Josh of all trades, we're on the Columbia River this second day. You missed us yesterday. We're out here all day yesterday too. Yeah, I have seen people out on kayaks out here though. That's the thing, is I've seen people out on kayaks out here acting like it was nothing, you know. So and plus they have kayak tournaments out here on the Columbia River for bass. I don't think it's impossible. So yeah, I definitely would give it a go for sure. I definitely would give it a go. Yeah, probably won't. Yeah, I've yet to float that, but I'm going to. I'm gonna do that on my kayak. I'm gonna do some serious catfishing and bass fishing out of my kayak on that river for sure. It's just when I go, I don't have enough room because I got all the camping stuff and everything. What I need to do is I just need to get me a kayak trailer. Basically, what it boils down to haul my kayak with. That way, I've got room to put everything in the truck, plus the kayak I can tow behind me. You know. Yeah, I imagine it is worth it. It'd be a lot of fun to hook one of those massive sturgeon in a kayak, or even a walleye or bass, you know, out of the Columbia River would be pretty cool, you know. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. A rafting, camping trip. Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun, for sure. Yeah, biting left and right, huh? What was that, the bass or the catfish? What I'm trying to figure out at this point. I know the bass, I mean, it's like, there are times when it can be, oh, there we go. There went something there. There went something there. Are you there, buddy? Are you there, buddy? Hello, buddy. Are you there? I don't know if he's there. Give it a couple minutes of, oh. Hey, are you there, buddy? Are you there? Couple nice little rips. I think he might be there. Of course, the way it's acting, it could just be the wind and the weeds on the line. That definitely feels like something. Yeah, that definitely feels like something. Boy, that wind has definitely picked up some. I'm gonna try to get it to where I can get my tripod knocked a lot closer and stuff. So we're gonna try putting the bait cooler right there to hold hold that, and we're gonna check that because there's definitely something there. I'm not exactly sure what. So we're gonna go ahead and check that, and then we throw out there. So maybe we'll have fish, maybe we won't. Yeah, I imagine so. Them gators, man, they get pretty brave when they get used to people. I'm telling you, they get pretty brave. For sure. All right, we're gonna check that bait, see if there's something there or not. Worst thing that could happen is be nothing. Yeah, I would say maybe we had a bite. Our bait is gone. Maybe we had a bite. I can't say for sure, but maybe. Only ocean fishing, huh? Yeah, I've had problems with boaters too when I'm in my kayak. They can be pretty careless. Even the fishermen fishing from the bank, they can be pretty careless at times. You know, it's like they've got the whole stinging lake or river or whatever, but yet they want to fish right on top of the bank fishermen, which makes no sense whatsoever, in my opinion. For boaters to do that. After this worm, I think we'll go back to squid and see if we can't get some. How's it going, Cowboy Joe? Good you could join us again. Maybe we'll switch back to the squid after this worm, because they're biting regularly. So maybe squid will keep fish on longer because they don't hit it and still it so easily. So maybe we'll with the fact that they're biting pretty good this morning, maybe some squid do us some good, because they're still in our worms pretty good. If we don't catch them, they're still in our worms. So there we go, back on there. Check my lead line feels pretty good, so I think we'll be all right. Hopefully we don't cast out there and lose our lead. Yeah, boaters, they just, for whatever reason, thinks that they have to hog up the whole place. I mean, they have every right to be there. just like we do, but why do they gotta come up? Why do they gotta come up and invade our spot where we're fishing when they got the whole reservoir, lake, um, river? They could fish, you know. It just makes no sense whatsoever for me, in my opinion, to me, that they would do that to us. All right, back to it. My things got a little loose on there, and so I'm trying to tighten it back up on the tripod for my camera. So trying to keep her from doing that. Anywho, back to it. It's okay, Cowboy Joe. Enjoy your day, man. Have fun. Thank you. Well, one of these days I'm hoping to hit the ocean in the kayak. I think that'd be a blast. The only problem I think we'd have to worry about it over here in the Pacific Northwest is them great whites. There's been known attacks on surfers in Oregon along the coast by great whites. So yeah, we definitely have that problem to worry about kayak fishing, but it's just a little thing to go out and try and catch a fish, you know. Just a little thing. I'm not gonna complain too much till I get ate up, but I mean, if he eats me and kills me, then I guess I won't worry about it too much. But if he eats me and spits me out, and then I guess I would have to worry a little bit, no? Yeah, they are curious creatures for sure. And a lot of times, I don't think they're biting people to eat them. I think they're biting them to figure out if they're food or not, you know? Curiosity killed the fishermen in the ocean, I guess. Not on purpose, but by mistaken identity. Unfortunately. But you know, sharks are just another blessed creature on this earth, you know. And we as people, we're always pushing the boundaries anyways. We're always pushing the boundaries on what we can and cannot do. That's for sure. Beautiful, beautiful day out here, y'all. Seagulls are flying. The fish are biting. Yeah. Can't ask for much more than that, except for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It helps us out when you share. Definitely one of the one things I can't iterate enough on YouTube channels is that people share our videos with others. It helps us to do our jobs better by getting our content out to more people. Yep, sharing is caring for sure, Josh. Josh, man, you need to come down to my neck of the woods. We'll go do some kayaking, man. We'll be back out here on the Columbia River next weekend. Don't know if we'll catch anything, but it's our 6-year anniversary on YouTube. 6-year anniversary on YouTube. Next Sunday, our exact 6 years. Oh, exactly. Our very first video was shot right here in the Dalles. For sure. So I'm looking forward to that, y'all. I am definitely looking forward to that. Coming down here, shooting another video, doing some live streaming on our 6-year anniversary. Even if we don't catch anything, we're going to live stream like mad, for real. We are going to live stream like mad. Y'all. I'm telling you, man, it's exciting to be here for as long as we have. It really is. And I can't iterate it enough that it's just like, it's been an amazing ride to share all my content and time with you guys, you know? So yeah, I mean, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And, you know, it's a fun life to be on YouTube, for sure. It's a fun thing. You know, when I started this channel, it took me 2 years to get 100 subscribers. 2 years of hard work, dedication, video after video. Yeah. So it's definitely been a journey and a ride. A very pleasant ride and journey, for that matter. You know, got some old school subscribers, some new school subscribers. You know, yeah, I mean, it's amazing what a person can do when they've got a goal put out there, you know. And the biggest goal I've yet to reach, which is fishing all 50 states. Even if I don't catch a fish in all 50 states, which I'm hoping to, if I ever get the opportunity to travel all 50 states, then yeah, that's going to be amazing to do, if that opportunity ever comes. See, if I ever get the opportunity and I could take a year off from working, I'd like to do all 50 states in a single year. And that's not even taking a full year off from work. That's just paddlefish are an awesome fish, dude. I've caught them. Them spoonbill, we call them spoonbill in Missouri, but those fish are awesome fish, dude. They're filter feeders. They don't eat bait. You pretty much snag them, but you can snag them a lot of times on accident because you're just fishing for other fish. So yeah, paddlefish are unique fish for sure. I have some fond memories of catching some of them paddlefish growing up. You know, some of the places where we'd go swimming when I was growing up, you'd be swimming and then all of a sudden you'd hit this fish and it'd be a big old paddlefish, aka spoonbill. You know, that's yeah. You were saying that yesterday that you guys got sturgeon, which is cool. You guys got the white sturgeon or the lake sturgeon over there, or the green sturgeon, or the shovelnose sturgeon. What kind of sturgeon you guys got over there? Or do you know what type? Held sturgeon? Cool. I've never heard of that particular species. See, here on the Columbia River, we got the green sturgeon and the white sturgeon on the Columbia River. Just the balance in there. Not a lot going on. So yeah. So basically what I would like to do if I get the opportunity, to fish all 50 states is I would like to do it in a year, like I said, and also be able to take the time off from work to do that. So basically, what I like to do is visit like 2 states a month, and in a 12-month. That may not equal 50 states, so it may be three per month, or maybe 4 per month. I don't know, but spend 2 or 3 days in each state. That way I can come home, see the family, or maybe the wife will travel with me. I don't know. But that would be a grand thing to do. It's just the windy out today. But yeah, I would like to do it in at least a year. If I can't do it in a year, then in a year and a half. That way, yeah, that's true. The wife would have to support me on that decision for sure. But that would be an amazing thing to be able to do, is to visit all 50 states, fish in all 50 states. Oh, there's a bite. Yeah, there's a bite. Yep, there's a bite. There's a bite. There's a bite. All right, I think we got a fish on. We got a fish on, guys. Is he there? Is he there? Is he there? Is he there? We definitely had a bite. Did I get him? Nope, missed him. Missed him! No! I missed him, guys. Sorry. Well, I wish there was a fish on, but I missed him. See what he done to my worm? He tore my worm all kinds up. All right, we're gonna leave that piece of worm on there, and we're gonna put on a piece of squid. See if that works today. Maybe a piece of squid will work better today than it did yesterday. You guys. So we're gonna go ahead and leave that piece of worm on there, and put Ron's decoy for sure, and put on a piece of squid now. Okay, squiddy, 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 come here, squiddy. Squidward fancy pants. Squidward fancy pants. Yay, Squidward. Ah. All right, Squidward Fancy Pants is all ready to go. Squidward, 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 Squidward. Squawfish, yeah. Let's get them. Let's get a squawfish, y'all. We'll be happy with whatever fish we can get, right? Yep, one are on decoys, I imagine so. We're going to go ahead and retie that because I don't want to lose the weight. Don't want to lose the weight. We're going to go ahead and retie that weight. Try to keep from losing it. Squidward, Squidward. David. Ready for breakfast? All right. What are we having for breakfast, man? I want breakfast. Can I get some French toast with a cup of coffee, please, David? I'd appreciate it muchly. Boy, oh boy, what a windy day. I mean, what a wonderful day. Even though it's windy. All right, weight's retied on there. Hopefully we're not going to lose it. Throwing it out there. A good breakfast place is Cousins or Denny's. They got both Cousins and Denny's. For sure. We had Cousins for dinner last night and Cousins for breakfast this morning. All right, we're going back out there, y'all. Mr. Windy Pants going out. What a windy day. What a windy day. All right, we're out there. We're fishing. But yeah, Cousins is a good breakfast place or dinner place. Pricey though for the dinner. Breakfast not so much. And then Denny's got some good food too. All right, Squidward Fancy Pants. Catch us a fish, buddy. Squidward, Squidward, Squidward. Having a little fun. That's Squidward off of that one cartoon, ignoring a little dude. So, and plus with the squid on there, if we get a bite, it's harder for him to take the bait off because it's a little bit more, stays on there a little bit better. So, if we get a bite, maybe we'll be able to, if we don't get it, we won't have to reel in our bait and check it so often with the squid on there. Yep. Boy, it's a howling on that line. Every time that wind hits the line and it... Well, 128 pound. Woo, that's a good sized paddlefish right there. That's a big paddlefish for sure. Yeah, them paddlefish, man, they get pretty good size. For sure. I'm sure there's got to be more than one species of paddlefish out there. Just like there's more than one species of sturgeon out there. More than one species of catfish and stuff like that. I still haven't got my travel permit so I can go fish Lake Tuscus this year. That's usually one of the places I like to take my kayak out kayak fishing, Lake Tuscus. So I'm starting to get my playlist in order. That way it's easier to find more of what's on my playlist. So like my sturgeon, all my sturgeon videos, I've got them on a playlist now. So if you look at one video, another one should pop up after because it's a playlist. Same way with bluegills and crappies. I still got to get the bass and the trout ones done and the stillhead ones done yet. That way it's easier for you guys to find videos that you guys want to watch. That way if you say, oh, I feel like watching stillhead videos, a whole list of stillhead videos will pop up. Oh, really? The Chinese one is extinct. Wow. That's too bad of a thing for the paddlefish, Chinese paddlefish. Then, if it's extinct, that's terrible. That's why it's always a good idea to catch, kiss, and release a fish, man. Like I always say, it ensures a future fishery for all. Wow, just the American paddlefish. Wow, that's sad. That's a sad thing to hear. I'm sorry I asked because now I'm like, oh, my excitement just went. I mean, I'm still excited, but for the fact that the fish went extinct, that just that's hard. It really is. But, there's so many more fish species I think that's probably went extinct too, though. And, yeah. A bowfin is another fish I'd like to catch. I don't know why that just rolled in my head, but a bowfin, that would be a pretty cool fish to catch, I think. A snakehead fish would be pretty cool too, I think. Yeah, a 1,500-pound sturgeon, yeah. That is so true. So true. Yeah, I was looking up some things the other day, and it had the biggest fish caught in all 50 states. Freshwater fish caught in all 50 states. And a 1,500-pound white, I believe it was a white sturgeon, was caught, and they said that was the record in Oregon. A 1,500-pound fish is absolutely giant. Bait and wait, yeah, that's what we're doing, is bait and wait. Nice of you to join us, thank you. Yeah, I think most people know who LeBron James is. If you watch sports at all, I'm sure you know who LeBron James is. Quite frankly, well, yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there. Well, LeBron James is a great player, don't get me wrong. He's a great player. I don't think he's the greatest player to ever play, but he's definitely a great player. Yeah, my longest battle with the sturgeon is 3 hours and 15 minutes. That was a 12.5-foot sturgeon from the bank. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is one of my favorite players. I got a whole bunch of favorite players on the Kansas City Chiefs. So Chris Jones, Pacheco, Kelsey, Tyreek Hill at one time and point when he was playing for him. Yeah, there's a lot of good players. I mean, yeah. Humphreys, our center. Yeah, a lot of great players right now. Nine hours, wow. That's a that's quite the fight there. 9 hours, wow. JBF Fishing bandwagon, huh? So whose bandwagon we talking about here? I'm from Kansas. I'm from Missouri. I'm not a bandwagon. I'm straight up. I'm from there, so I'm originally from Missouri, so I'm a Kansas City fan, ride or die. My biggest bass is an 8-pound largemouth. I caught 2 8-pound largemouth in one day. So back-to-back 8-pounders in one day. Braden Whittle, can you say I'm Steve? No, why would I say that? That's not my name. I have no intentions of saying that. We're out here on this beautiful windy day in the Columbia River, fishing for a beautiful ancient prehistoric fish and having a good old time doing it too. Having a good old time doing it. Thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and share. Appreciate it, y'all. Glad you guys were here to see us catch a couple fish today. We're still live streaming. Battery is getting low, but that's okay. It can get low. I don't mind. We're going back home today anyways. So the battery can get a little low. How's that rod tip looking, you guys? Is there any bites yet? It's bouncing a lot, but that's just because of the wind. If it was a bite, it'd be more down instead of side to side. So if you guys see it go down, let me know so I can look at it. Because if I'm looking at the screen, yeah, the rod tip's in the screen, but I'm not looking for the rod tip. I'm looking to read comments and stuff. So if it's going like this, side to side, no bite. If it's going like this, maybe a bite, y'all. I know you guys might have some comments with me doing that, but don't go there. Thank you guys for joining us, though. Can you guys hear me okay with all that wind? Boy, I had my grandbaby out here for a few hours yesterday. It was so much fun. She was all over the place. She was playing with the rod. She was just having a good old time yesterday, y'all. She was enjoying her time at the river. She truly was enjoying it. I'm telling you guys. You know, you guys, if you truly want to go out fishing and not catch nothing and have a good time, bring your child with you. Bring your grandbaby with you. That's a fun time. You know, that truly is. If you guys really want to have a good time, you guys definitely should think about taking your children fishing with you, grandchildren fishing with you. You guys can have just as much fun as I did yesterday, for sure. Boy, this is a little bit windy today. I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can always tell when I'm excited. I'll let y'all know about that. Hey, what's up? Colin Johnson, how you doing? Glad you could join us today. Everybody who's joined us today, thanks for joining us. Aha! Out here having a grand time on the mighty Columbia River. See, we actually have sturgeon in Missouri too. We have the paddle nose, or the shovel nose sturgeon, and one other. I don't remember what the name of the other sturgeon is. So, yeah, there's two different species of sturgeon in Missouri that I know of. The second one might be the lake sturgeon. I can't recall. Here, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy. Dalles, in the Dalles area is where we're fishing at today. Yeah, I would definitely fish in different areas, but I got my daughter and grandbaby with me, and they're back at the room. There's a spot about a half an hour that way I would have liked to fish this weekend too, but we don't always get to travel to different areas. I mean, this is right here in the Dalles. So yeah, we're just right here in the Dalles, chilling. Well, I don't know about chilling, but we're fishing in the wind, and you know. Yesterday, it was dead calm out here yesterday, all day. It was sunny, no wind, well, a slight breeze. This morning, it's kind of like, woo, windy out. And we're going to be leaving from the spot at about 10:40 today. I don't know if we'll live stream until then, but we're definitely going to fish until about 10:40 today. If our batteries hold out, we might live stream the whole time. So I hooked up the battery pack. So hopefully that's gonna hold out. But yeah, Columbia River, Dalles, Oregon. Fishing for some sturgeon. Yeah. Around Madras or Redmond, yeah. I mean, you can catch them bullhead catfish for sure. You can go to several places to catch them bullheads. Oh, battery on the chesty just died, so that's okay. I mean, we got footage. We've got a video for the weekend, which is cool. And the cutest video ever is going to be out tomorrow. I'm going to be dropping that tomorrow. My grandbaby's going to get to touch her first sturgeon ever in that video. So you guys be watching for that. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on that one. And share with other people, because that one is going to be cute. 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 So cute. But yeah, like if you want bullhead catfish, there's definitely places for those. So you can go to Ochoco Reservoir or Prineville Reservoir. Crane Prairie's got some bullhead catfish too. Those are three places that I know for the bullhead catfish. And then if you want channel catfish, you got the John Day River. That's not exactly the Madras Redmond, but it's close enough to both places to where you can literally make it to either the John Day or the Columbia River. Or not the Columbia River, either the John Day or yeah, close enough to Redmond or Madras to make it to the John Day River is what I'm saying. Trying to say. And then the Columbia River's got a good population of catfish, but I have yet to catch a catfish. I have seen one caught, but I've not caught one myself. I dream of the day when I do finally catch one, though, out of here. My thing is I'm always too busy fishing for sturgeon, or I used to fish for salmon out here, but the rules and regulations have gotten so steep. And they open it for a couple of days and then they close it. What's up? Fishing and cooking with Jose. How you doing today? And so that's why I just don't fish for salmon very often. I do catch them though. I just don't fish for them very often. Yeah, I have tried to catch the walleye out of here, but I've not had any luck doing that. They've got some really nice walleyes. Dax, Burl, Bowdru, however you say that. Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it. Glad you guys could join us. But yeah. So yeah, for catfish, yeah, I would definitely, because it depends on what you're looking for, catfish wise. If you're looking just to catch the mud cats, the bullheads, you can go to Prineville or Ochoco Reservoir and catch those, or Crane Prairie and catch them. But if you want the like channel catfish, John Day River. And the John Day River's got a nice population of carp. I've only caught one carp out of there though. I don't usually intentionally target the carp, but I have caught one. Usually when I'm on the John Day River, it's catfish only that I'm after. You're welcome, man. Glad I could give you some information. Glad I could give you some information on fishing, catfishing. Boy, that bite seems to have slowed down since I switched to the squid. But I was tired of the fish robbing my worms. I wanted something that would stay on there a little bit longer, so maybe I could get more hooked. And since I switched to the squid, I haven't had nearly as many bites. But those other bites could have been pike, minnow, or bass, or really any fish swimming. guys for joining us, though. Spending your Sunday morning with us. Hopefully you guys are going to be going to church sometime today. I'm not going to because I'm fishing and I'm going to go pick up the grandbaby and my daughter. We're going to go take them shopping before we head back to Warren Springs. And so yeah, I mean, it's just great being able to share my day with you guys. Normally I don't fish on Sundays. I make an exception on the days I do fish on Sundays, and that's usually because I'm out spending a weekend away from home. Normally I'd be at church on a Sunday, not fishing. Yep, the bite definitely slowed down since I switched to the Squidward Fancy Pants off of SpongeBob SquarePants. I just appreciate you guys wanting to spend your day with me. That's awesome. So awesome. Here, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy. What a gorgeous day, though. What a gorgeous day. And I'm the only one fishing, except for the boaters. They're fishing, but from the bank right now, looks like I'm the only one fishing. There was a couple of people fishing down on the docks earlier, but now it just looks like it's just me. Sturgeon fishing can be a waiting game, that's for sure. A waiting game. Not always, but it can definitely be. Just an amazing fishery. When it's hot, it's hot. When it's not, it's not. And if I would have stayed with worms, I might have caught more fish, but I thought, why let them steal my bait when I could throw something on there that just stay a little bit better? But then now it's like the bite's just like, yeah, I don't think so. Man, oh man. Oh, there's a bite. Yeah, something went on there. Yeah. He didn't stick with it though. Yeah. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. There we go. I think he might be on there, y'all. He might be. I don't know for sure. We'll find out once we set this hook. Fish on, yes, fish on. Oh, that's a good fish. That's a good fish right there. Hey, yeah, oh, he's got some size to him. Whoa, he's got some size to him. Oh, this is, oh, he's got some, whoa, he's pulling drag, y'all. We got a big fish here. Whoa, 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 we got a big one. This ain't no baby, y'all. It just got real. It just got real. This ain't no baby, you guys. This ain't no baby. We got a big one. Woohoo! We got, well, we got a big one, you guys. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be. And I ain't got no help either, so this could get a little bit interesting. There's nothing I can do. He's just like, we got him turned. I don't know how big. I don't think he's a giant, but he's definitely the big one of the day or the weekend so far. Come on. Woo. This ain't no baby, guys. We are hooked up on a good one. That's just my little war hoop from Warm Springs, y'all. Sorry about that if you guys don't like that. I'm sorry, I'm from Warm Springs. We got a big one. Oh, he's a good one. That ain't no baby, guys. Yes, hooked up. Let's go. Come on, comment, like, subscribe, share. We got us a monster. Oh, see, you just kind of lean back with them and then reel down. Lean back with them, reel down. Hi there. How you doing? Come on. We got us a real fish right now. Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. That's the real one. That's the real one. Y'all, oh, check out that beautiful beast. Let me get you guys down there to the water so you guys can see just what I'm dealing with here. He's down in there. You guys can't see him yet because there. Look at that beautiful fish. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go down there, get him unhooked and release him. I'll be right back. I can't really carry the rod and the camera at the same time, so I got to go down there by myself. That one's bigger than my grandbaby. Success, we did it. Caught one bigger than the grandbaby. Oh man. You guys. Did you guys see it? I went to go get him so I could get the hook out, and because I couldn't exactly reach him, I had to pull him up, and the line broke out the knot, so I had to reach down and grab him so I could get the hook back. So I went down there swimming with a hook in his mouth. Let's go! We did it! Got one bigger than the grandbaby. I know she wasn't here to measure him up, but that one was definitely bigger than the grandbaby for sure. Oh man. Whew. Trust me, I know, right? Right? But hey, whoever watches the live stream is going to see a really beautiful fish, right? Let's go, you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. You fish all weekend. All weekend. A full day yesterday. I'm fishing a part of the day today. And you know, that's got to be at least a 30-pound fish, I would think. Maybe less, I don't know. But, you know, I'm glad you guys were here to witness that fish. I know you guys couldn't hear me from way down there, but you guys, oh, I can, man, let's go. Oh, goodness. Sir, that's what we're talking about. When he hit and then it went slack, I thought it was just going to be one of those little ones, you know, like that, you know. But this fish was probably a good 3 foot long, probably about that big around at the head. I mean, that far it doesn't really give it much justice, but when I was looking through the camera before I went down there, yeah, it looked big through the camera lens. So hopefully it looked big to you guys. You guys, you know, we fish hard, and we fish even harder to share our days with, to share, and I fish even harder to share my day with you guys. And that one fish hooked and landed. Don't get me wrong, those 2 small ones were great to catch. Great to catch, you know. But to get that one, you know, to get that one on the live stream, you know, and share it with you guys, that's just a blessing, a real blessing. Get this hook retied on there. Cinch it down. Check our weight line. Yeah, we need to change that weight line because we don't want to be casting and breaking off. So I'm definitely going to do that. Woo-hoo. Boy, that wind is nice today. Nice today. You guys. All right, let's get this weight line re-tied on, new weight line and stuff, and we'll get back out there. we'll keep going. See, the weight line gets frayed it seems like every caster when you rub them up against those rocks when you're bringing in the fish or just rolling in the recast or check bait or whatever. So the weight line gets weak pretty quick. So if you're not careful, you can throw a bunch of weight lines out there and lose a bunch of weight that way. So if you guys didn't see that fish, you guys can go back and watch that video later when I post the live stream from today and see that fish, because unfortunately my GoPro battery was dead, so it will not be on the video that's coming up this week. The two I caught earlier today will be on the video. The one I caught yesterday will be on the video tomorrow. And the cutest little fishing girl you've ever seen will be on the video tomorrow as well. So I may go ahead, because my SD card's full, memory is full. I may have to delete some of the older footage so I can continue recording and maybe record some more today. I don't know. I really wasn't planning on recording on a chesty after I caught those two this morning, but you never know. If the fishing gets good like it's doing right now, and I'm catching more quality fish like I just did, you know, I might want to put on another battery. But I don't know, we'll see. Okay, we're gonna go throw away this old line. Get it out the way. And then we'll get this weight put on here, and then we'll get back out there and see if we can't do it again for you guys. That was an absolutely beautiful fish, you guys. Oh man. And you wonder, and some people will be like, why do you just catch and release them fish when you can't keep them and eat them? Because not every fish is meant to be eaten. Not every fish is meant to be eaten. All right. Outdoor Josh. Nice fish. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, we're going back out there. New weight line. Bait hook is back on. Going out there, see if we can't get another good fish. Woo! There for a second, I thought he was going to be about a 5-footer. The way he's fighting at first, and then all of a sudden he's just like, yeah, maybe not. Yeah, they are good eating. That's for sure. All right. We're back out there in the zone. Basically, the reason why I knew that fish was biting was because I seen the line. The line was acting strange. It really wasn't bouncing the rod, but it kept dropping. And it kept dropping. The line did. And then it kind of get a little tight. And it would get slack again, and then it'd get a little tight. And then I knew he was on there, so when I picked up the rod and was holding it and seeing the line take off, I knew that fish was there. So I reeled the line tight, I set the hook, and there you go. Beautiful, beautiful fun river. Sturgeon, y'all. Absolutely beautiful. And we're back in the drop zone. All right. All three fish we've caught this morning pretty much come out of the same hole. I haven't really varied. As long as I'm getting bites out of a hole, I generally won't vary my casts. If they're not biting, that's why I will cast in different spots. That's when I will vary my casts, as if they're not biting, because if they're not biting, you don't have to move really far away to find them. If you just cast in different areas, different locations, different distances, a lot of times in a general area, you can find them. Doesn't mean that it's always going to happen, but it does happen that way. So. Really? Yeah, I'm live streaming right now.
I don't want to get on it yet. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. I'm good.
My name's Sam. I'm from Address.
I'm from Winston.
Nice, bro.
Yeah.
You out here bunking?
Yeah, pumpkin for Sturgeon.
Nice, man.
Yeah, I've got 3 on the live stream today.
Nice.
I got 2 on the live stream or 1 on the live stream yesterday.
Nice. You won't believe I seen you off the highway.
Really?
Yeah, I was going to Jackal Buck before I was fishing Shears Falls this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you get anything?
Nothing. I mean, one whitefish, but that's not what I was after. I was after salmon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Cool, we got somebody stopped to talk to us. He don't want to be on camera, but we're going to talk to him while we're live streaming.
yeah, I'm about to go to the Shoot State Park.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with it.
I've been there a time or 2.
Yeah, I'm going to go hopefully get a steelhead or something.
Well, I don't want to let my secret out on what's dropping today at some time after the live stream.
I've seen you around town too, like Address and stuff. I kid you not, I seen you. I'm going to Jackal Buck. Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
You're just like cruising, and you're like, oh, I better go say hi, huh?
Yep.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, so that short is going to be dropping later on today.
Oh, nice.
So you'll get to see the fish that I'm talking about. The reason why I didn't say it out loud is because I didn't want everybody to know what I was going to put out later.
Oh no, I got you.
So,
That's what's up, man.
but yeah, we got 3 sturgeon today.
Nice.
So,
You doing any steelhead fishing?
I would like to do more steelhead fishing, in this general area. I just don't know where to catch them at.
Gotcha.
So, like the D shoots, I got that dialed in. I know where to go, how to fish it. But like this big water like this, I'm just clueless. I have tried to catch steelhead out of the Columbia River. I have caught salmon out of the Columbia River in the past, but because of the stinking regulations have gotten so stinking nasty, I just don't.
Absolutely.
And then they open it for 2 days and then it's closed for. And it's like, if you ain't got time to go, you're just not gonna salmon fish it.
Absolutely. Have you fished Shears Falls?
Not in a while.
Okay, I didn't like. I've gone twice now. You need some heavy fucking duty weight.
Dude, stop doing that drift fishing. Take 3 ounces of lead.
Yeah.
Drift the wall. Trust me.
Just drift the wall.
Yeah, the brown hole and Rooster Rock.
The east side, so I don't have to buy the tribal permit.
Well, this is if you're fishing where you have to have a tribal permit, is what I'm talking about.
Oh, on the other side.
So yeah, drift fishing's the easiest way to fish Shears Falls, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You're not using that big weights.
Yeah, just use pencil lead.
Yeah, pencil lead.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure. Use 8s or use tuna ball.
Yeah. Yep, that's what I got right now, but
yeah,
I can't use them down here by the mouth.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, that's the only place on the D shoots you can actually use bait.
I heard that 3 miles up and 3 miles down, right? Or am I wrong there?
As far as I know, it's just from Shears Falls down to the trestle.
That's right.
Is that from what I know? So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad you stopped by.
Yeah,
That's pretty exciting,
Oh, fuck yeah.
But yeah, I just landed a 3-foot sturgeon.
I believe it.
So.
I believe it.
I mean, we've gotten a lot bigger out of here.
What?
A lot bigger out of here.
Oh, yeah.
My biggest personally is 12.5 foot.
12.5. Nice.
But that was. I'm going to have to get off here and call my daughter back. I tried to answer her during the live stream and I hit the wrong button. So I want to stay here and live stream and talk to this fella, but I need to call her and find out what's going on, if everything's okay. So you guys, I'm going to say this is it for now. So till later, remember to catch, kiss, and release the fish. Until next time, this is Gman Fishing, and we're out. I'm sorry to end it early. I wasn't planning on it, but my daughter's trying to call. In case if it's an emergency, I need to answer a phone call. So y'all, till next time, this is Gman out.